hop. Headphones in his head disappears from this world with your pants in the realm of the hip hop. Just watch how we turn his whole life around. When everybody tried to tell him he was hellbound, but he smiles now, knowing he's the reason for the powwow. Bow down to the brother on the cloud. Okay, that's what they say when they see me on the stage. Waiting on the page, take a rave in the rave. So I'm living here right now, like it's my last day. Hey, eyes open, eyes closed. My journey, my road, my drive, my goal. I think they clearly from me.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Higgins Fitness and More Show. It is Thursday, a little after 4, and we are ready to rock and roll. Today, we have an awesome show. I'm super excited, super excited. But, before we get into that, have to debrief for a second. Yeah, I had a rough weekend, still trying to get this car situated. And I've been dehydrated because I've been running around so much and not properly hydrating, not on purpose, but just because of time and not being 100% prepared at all times. And so that does take a toll on you, especially when you're dealing with stress and just life stress and all that good stuff, right? But it's Thursday, and so I always get excited when I have to come in here, right? And so today I was excited, and I came in here and excited to see my favorite producer dude in the back, and I was super excited, when I first met because he was a fellow pescatarian, or at least lived that life. And, we connected, And so today I come in and he's eating a chicken wing, like a wing. Like, that was my hardest part of leaving the meat life. Like, wings, and he's eating a wing, so you can imagine how disappointed. I mean, it was like I don't even want to know what kind, what flavor. I don't want to know where he got it, but the fact that he's sitting here eating a wing, I
really meant to finish them before you got here. I really did.
I don't even believe that. I so don't even believe that.
I'm not trying to torture you, Sil.
So tell us, you were a pescatarian for how long?
Yeah, 4 years, from when I was 15 till I was 19.
15 to 19.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said growing up, though, too, you were pretty
healthy, but not pescatarian.
Gotcha.
Yeah. My parents sent me to school with whole wheat and sprout sandwiches,
Right on. See, there's people that do that. So when I do it, don't be mad when my kid is eating sprout sandwiches or seeded bread, okay? So what then made you say, I'm going back to the life? Or even because you said you ate healthy, but so you ate chicken and meat and stuff growing up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much everything. But after I was 15, turned pescatarian. Maybe when I was 17,
mm-hmm.
I came home from soccer practice one day.
Yeah.
My mom was just cooking bacon in the middle of the afternoon.
What?
I walked in with two of my friends, and they only knew me as pescatarian.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in, I'm like, "Hey, Mom, is that vegan bacon?" Oh, no, it's not. Is that for anything? No. Is it organic? No. I ate a piece anyway. And that was it. And then I went back to being pescatarian for another 2 years. I slipped up that one time, but I figured I could justify it to myself just to live a little bit every once in a while. But what really got me later on was I was in my college cafeteria, and I was eating a fish sandwich, which is totally fine because I was pescatarian. I eat fish.
Right.
And my friend turns to me, and he's like, "Yo, that's chicken sandwich, right?" I'm like, "Oh, I thought it was fish." Oh, well. And I finished it, and I think that was the end of my pescatarianism.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, well, really didn't care enough to stop.
How did you not know the difference between the chicken and fish?
I think I was in denial. I took a bite of it. I'm like, there's plausible deniability here. This could be fish.
A mess. I'll blame that to some college year experience.
Yeah, I was probably hungover or something,
Yeah, that you clearly couldn't see that, right? So we'll leave that there.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
But I did feel really good while I was pescatarian, and it was much more sustainable.
Okay.
And I highly advocate for it. I'm not like a really super proud carnivore now. I still I eat red meat rarely, and
okay.
I I don't try to make meat the center of every meal.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Although I'm still like, oh my gosh, right? So, still disappointed. But anyway, but the bacon got you back into the world.
Yeah.
So the funny thing about that is it gets a lot of people, and some people just love bacon, period. So another healthy option, you guys, for nutrition. All right, check out, and first I'm going to give a shout out to Michelle King, who is a fellow pescatarian. She has introduced me to something that I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to take this video and try it, you guys, and I'm going to tell you guys how it was, right? So this is something called coconut bacon. All right, take a look at this video. And I mean, I get that it's not going to have the same total flavor from the fat content as regular bacon, but it may be better than some of that cardboard bacon that they try to say is like turkey bacon or something, right? That bland turkey bacon that I used to try to eat to be healthy anyway, but it's still processed animal. So there you go. Take a look at this, guys. Turkey bacon. Coconut bacon. Let's see what this is cracked up to be. See if we're going to try. All right, so there is an option. I'm gonna try this. When I get home tonight. Y'all know I ain't doing none of that tonight, but I am going to try this. So that is your healthy alternative for the week. You guys know that's how I started trying to cut the weight down by doing healthier alternatives. That's how I began my journey. Instead of eating like Pizza Hut pizza, I would go and get a Kashi pizza from the store, Instead of ice cream, I did frozen yogurt for a while, things like that. So those are just little key things that started me on my journey. And today I actually am down 123 pounds. So just steady, just going down at a little steady rate. And I'm not really going for pound right now. Kind of starting the body fat percentage, and just finished correcting a shoulder issue and hip problem. So that's where I am there. So someone says, "Oh, that's not for them. They'd rather go baconless." Okay, that's fine. And you have those options out there in the world, Ebony. You have your many options, but I think, like you said, Jacob, that I think that will go good on a salad. I think that it will also go good, make the BLT that way as well. You know what I mean? Or even on top of some guacamole. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there are other options than just using it as a slab of bacon, Ebony. Anyway. So today, awesome show coming on today. We have James's 70-year-old bodybuilder that still competes and wins competitions. But you guys know I am totally pro-plant. So first, bodybuilders have very strict diets when they go to compete or train to compete. So I used to wonder, one of the biggest myths that for me, that I know is in the fitness industry, is that you have to eat this high amount of protein and it has to be animal in order for you to make your goals, all right? So I just wanted to kind of share with you guys some bodybuilders that are vegan, and check this video out. And when we come back, we will have James on here, and he'll tell us about his journey in fitness, all right? Enjoy it. I'll be back.
Now, why did I stop eating meat? I stopped eating meat because I feel so much better without eating it. I'm sure you guys remember me complaining about pain in my knees. I used to have the worst pain in my knees to where I thought I needed surgery. I thought something really bad was happening in both of them. I went to my doctor. Even before an x-ray, he did some movement with my legs and my knees. He said, you have no structural damage. So that pain you're feeling is inflammation. So that could be two things. One, stress. One, what I'm putting into my body. I would say sometimes I deal with stress, but not to that extent. So it had to be the food, and more specifically the meat. Because when I reduced the amount of meat I was eating, that pain went away. That went away months ago, right? And it's like a miracle. That alone right there meant a lot to me. I'm like, okay, there's some value in this. So here we go. We fast forward few months out from the fight. I'm at True Foods having my go-to meal, which is a kale salad with a big fillet of salmon, sometimes two. And I finished my salad, and I didn't want the salmon. I just didn't want it. I was just over it. My reasoning is purely for my health, you know? Listen, I love animals like the next person, but I am not an activist for anything. I'm doing this for me, to better my health, because I have seen, not only have I felt better and body fat fallen off of me, but I've seen even my numbers and my blood work, how much healthier everything is. You know what I'm saying? It's miraculous, and it's pretty cool. So, but when you do things like that, go get your blood work done and this, that, and the third, and you see, you know, the positive results of the changes that you're making, it's kind of hard to not keep going in that direction, you know? So that's me. I advise most of y'all to, you know, make sure you go get regular checkups. And also, you know, you don't have to do it often, but try to get your blood work done. Do a complete blood panel, get everything checked, and just see where you're at. You might feel fine, but this is the thing. When things go really wrong, you don't know it until it's too late, because you feel fine until it's too late. All right, so prevention is the answer, is the key. People, our country, y'all already know, is addicted to drugs, medication. We shouldn't even have to get there, because our medication is in our food, in our lifestyle, being active, exercising, running, swimming, whatever it is, lifting weights. So that's something that y'all should just think about. Keep in mind, when y'all ask, where do your protein come from? Protein comes from vegetables. The animals that we are eating to get protein are getting their protein from vegetables. It's a lot of fucking vegetables they're eating, but it's from vegetables. We can eat a lot of vegetables too, and we can supplement it with things like this, okay? But I don't think I'm losing gains, you feel me? So give it a try. I'm not pushing the world to go vegan or anything like that. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing it because it feels good for me. I feel so much healthier, sleep better. I don't have pain in my joints. All the inflammation is gone. When I went and got my blood work done, everything is so much better when I cut the meat out. So it's kind of like reversing the aging effect. You know, I feel healthy, vibrant. I mean, I just took a professional fight at the age of 40. That's got to tell you something right there. The major change in my life has been the way I've been eating.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Good to see you guys. So yes, I have James here. From himself, he is just the man. He needs no introduction, right? 70 years old and still competing. That is awesome.
Excuse me. I'm not 70 years old.
I'm sorry. Years young. Seasoned.
Okay, cool.
Is that
season?
Season. Is that cool?
Cool.
Is that all right? Okay, better. I don't mean any harm at all.
I just want to get that straight.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That is straight.
Okay.
He is 70 years young, okay? Seasoned, professional, bodybuilder, still competing.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. So let's start. Let's just take it to the beginning. Like, one thing, when we talked, you said one thing that stood out to me so much. You said your bodybuilding started at 7, 8 years old with a broom and a cinder block.
Yeah, that's what happened. I had a broom, 2 cinder blocks. I guess the cinder blocks are probably about 25 pounds a piece or so. Mm-hmm. And I was upstairs lifting them up, and I lost balance.
Okay.
And one of the cinder blocks, you know what happened?
Yeah,
fell on the
fair.
floor.
Yeah.
So my mama yelled out, "Boy, put that stuff down. Come on down here," you know. So, yeah, I got bit by the bug around 7, 8, 9, through that age there.
What made that interesting to you? What drew you to taking the broom and the cinder block?
Well, I used to always send off material.
Okay.
I would get more mail than my parents did. Joe Weaver and those guys. So I would always send off Joe Weaver and the bodybuilder. I was fascinated by the pictures because now you send these guys, you know, with big muscles and stuff like that. And I figured I wanted to be like that. So they got me started.
Okay. Okay. And so just you used it throughout your life to just kind of as a hobby and trade, or what made you start competing?
Okay, so a year before I retired, I started working out. And I noticed that my biceps started developing.
Okay.
Right? So I said, okay, so I should keep on going. You know,
Okay.
So that's what happened when I retired back in 2003. 2003. The muscles, I saw some muscles developing. So I said, okay, let me see how far I can go with this.
Okay.
So continue.
Okay. Okay. So it's kind of result driven. You saw some good results and were like,
Right,
yeah,
results.
okay, I like this, so I'm gonna keep pushing a little more.
Right.
Awesome. So, but that then kind of mentality is something that in the fitness world that we, you know, some people have it or they don't. Some people have to develop it because when you at a level of bodybuilding, repetition is something that is embedded in you. And also that the journey is going to get harder as you go, right?
Correct.
Right. So how has, I would say, like throughout your life, how have you used those traits and techniques, that same concept in life? Has it played over into your life at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you why, because in life, things are tough.
Right.
In life, you want to give up. You know, that's natural, you know. Sometimes you get beat down so much, you just say, hey, what's the point? Or continue. Now, the same thing in the gym is that, but in the gym, you have a spotter. Okay, so when you get that last push, you can't do it. So are you going to give up? No, because now your spotter said, give me one more. Give me another one. So what happened is that that's real life. In real life, I'm sure you had a coach at some point. And that coach, what that coach would do would push you. So I learned from there, just keep pushing. But at some point, you got to start pushing yourself. So you got to take that coach mentality and push yourself, learn how to push yourself. And what you talking about marriage? It doesn't make any difference. Marriage is the same thing. You know, sometimes you need a coach for marriage.
Yeah.
You know, things are going sort of bad in your marriage like that. So now you need a coach for marriage. You know what I'm saying? So the thing now is that I've learned that push through, dig deep. It's in there somewhere. What you're looking for, but what you got to do, you got to keep digging, right?
Yeah.
Get that goal out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, just for the record, we didn't discuss any of that prior to, because I'm just saying that because you're hitting on things that are everyday life and that people are going through every day. And when you're able to flip that concept to that theory, you know, I know a lot of athletes know it because it's kind of the same thing. When you're defeated time after time, you have to dig deep. And that is the key thing is when no one else is there, that is that coach still in your head, whomever that coach was, whoever told you those positive things that you needed to do. But that time, that is just you, and it's by yourself. That's what kicks you out.
You got to motivate yourself. I mean, you got to motivate yourself. Some people say you can listen to words and listen to songs and get motivated, but that's no good. There's no such. Motivation don't get you nowhere. I'm gonna tell you like this here. Motivation will get you to the door.
Right.
And that's it, right?
Right.
As soon as you walk through the door, and it's dark inside, right? It's dark inside now. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm afraid of the dark. But you got to say to yourself, look, the light is on the other side. You got to find some kind of way to work through that motivation and get you there. But hard work, faith. Faith gonna say, okay. So you say, okay, I have faith that in that dark room there's some place there's a flashlight. So now you go ahead and fumble through there, and eventually you find the flashlight. So motivation is overplayed. It's really overplayed. Motivation really don't get you to in a place. Motivation to get you to a certain point, but it takes faith, I think, to get beyond that point. And that's the whole thing about life is that take it on faith.
Absolutely, absolutely. Good point. And you're not the first person that I've heard say that about motivation and things like that. Like, we need motivation, but at the same time, at the end of the day, you could have heard all the quotes and all the affirmations. Those can run all through your head. But at the end of the day, it's going to be about the action, that ability to just go, to do it scared, to do it because you have no other choice. That type of thing is definitely all faith, totally led by faith. And it doesn't matter what you believe in, what denomination or what have you. It's there. You still have faith that it's going to be another way, because you're not going to sit and not do anything, right? So no matter what your belief system is, you have to have. If you have that, you have it. You got it, and you're good. If you can execute on that, not knowing, that's what faith is. So that is awesome, and an awesome point. We have to bring and have to know those both things when going into the gym as well, because in those times, sometimes you're working out by yourself when that coach isn't there, your trainer isn't there, and it's like, oh, I did 7 reps, and I needed to do 20, but I just, I did it a little bit. But, those type of things blocks us as well.
But, Sib, I'm going to tell you like this also, is that you just mentioned when you go to the gym by yourself. Okay, so once you get in there, this, again, we're talking about life again.
Right.
Once you get in there and start moving, now this is a different story. But the point is that what do you want? What do you really want out of life? What do you really want from anything, actually? Because I don't care whether you got a coach or not. If you don't want it, right, you're not going to get it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go to the gym there and you're by yourself, you got to say, okay, what am I working for? What's my purpose for coming in here? Okay, then you say, okay, my purpose is this, that, or the other. That's life. Come on now, what's my purpose on earth? I don't know what is your purpose. You got a purpose on earth. Figure out what it is, and then when people are not there to cheer you on, the purpose, the purpose and what you want to accomplish, will get you there.
Yeah.
It's still there. Get you there.
Absolutely. You're totally right. Because that's something that can't be denied. Can't be denied at all. All right? Yeah.
I got to get used to
yeah, this shit. And I know that's why I be pulling this one right here from my feet. It's a trip under this little thing, but it's all right. So let's talk about, what do your workouts look like when you go in the gym? So let's say you're about to prepare for a show. I remember you mentioned that you have a show coming up in June, right?
Correct,
Late June.
Correct.
So here's the first question, actually. How different are your workouts from you just maintaining to, okay, a show is coming up?
Okay, that's a good question, a very good question, because I tell you why it's a good question, because at a certain age, you can't play that catch-up game.
Okay.
What I mean by that is that what guys do is they'll say, okay, I'm going to bulk up for 8 months.
Right.
And then I'm going to shed, I'm going to drop weight in 16 weeks. Young people can do that. If you're young, you can go out here and do it. But the older you get, the energy isn't there. So what do? I try to stay in shape the whole year. I try to stay in shape the whole year. Try to maintain, of course. I'm doing some contractions and things like that to develop the muscles and definition a little more. I'm still doing cardio. Certain types of cardio, but my training is just about the same year round.
Okay.
A matter of fact, for the Nate show coming up, I'm going back to what I used to do, and it's now. Okay, as an example, curls. You may do 15 to 20 curls, okay, but you got to do at least 5 sets. So now you're doing 5 sets. You're getting the cut in there. You're getting the cardio in there. You don't do the rest in between exercises and things like that. So it's the same thing, just that now what I'm looking at doing is doing much more reps and then more sets.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to curl 40 pounds. Forget it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you take 20 pounds and curl it 20 times, you're still getting the same result. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I look at it. I'm not going to break my bones up and tear collagens and ligaments and stuff like that. So basically the same year round.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. And so what he's referring to to break it down for our viewers is what he's talking about. So if he's at like 40 pounds, you're probably doing like a lot less reps. Like you're 40 pounds, you're probably doing like 10 reps or something, 15 reps.
No.
I don't want
About 3 or 4.
Okay, about 3 or 4.
About 3 or 4, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
About 3 or 4.
So that was on like a maximum strength type of training, right? So that's something when he wanted to improve, you would do that if you wanted to improve maximum strength. So what he did was taking it back down, taking the weight down and then increasing the reps. It makes what we call the muscles swell, right? So that's what gives him the cut and the definition that he looks for when he's going into the training mode, into competition. Okay.
It's just giving more volume.
Yeah.
Just as you get older, just do more volume.
Exactly.
You guys out there older, do more volumes. Don't try to keep up with the young boys, you know what I'm saying? But just do more volume. Take 15 pounds and do it 30 times. You know, get the same results.
Yes. And so at that point, your focus becomes muscular endurance instead of maximal strength, okay? So that's just one little hint for you guys at home who's wondering like why you would take it down that way. But
well, the other thing is that what happened though when you do it like 20 reps, you get shredded quicker.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you're defining it, you're toning, right, making the muscle bigger, and that body fat is draining out too.
Right.
So you have that double effect there. That's why when you talk about shredding, you want to shred, you want to do things that increase that muscle size and take that body fat out at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So and that's pretty much how your training goes.
Right.
Yeah. And so that's a bodybuilder's mentality, basically, as far as when they're training, not the stereotype or anything like that.
I'm glad you said that. Because you were stereotyping there for a minute.
No.
I wasn't going to say anything.
You know.
I started to say something. I said, I'm not saying anything. I'm going to let that slide.
Yeah, I got a message.
Mentality.
Here. Yeah, you know. I got a message, brother, here. I came in today. I was actually not going to wear my jacket. I wear it all the time. But, you know, I had that VSU on. He has this Bowie State on. So I was like, oh, I'm so keeping my jacket on for this show. Have to. I mean, if you guys know anything, shout out to all the HBCUs everywhere. But special shout out to VSU. And VSU. Today, we love you guys. This is what you create. Awesome people, professional people, great people. Anyway, so back to the story here. So, we do have a few pictures there, Jacob. Yeah, so we have a few pictures here of when you're in training and you in the gym. Definitely go through that. And so he has definitely a surprise for us. He will perform a little bit in a few moments there before we wrap up for the day. But so one of the things too that I wanted to, so you had, well, let's talk about one you said you had, and this is so awesome to hear like someone set these kind of goals as you do. You said you were setting a goal for your birthday coming up that you were going to.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do, but
okay.
What I'm thinking about doing is doing like 320 push-ups.
Okay.
But again, looking at age, now let me tell you what happened at Bowie once. At Bowie, what we were doing, we would call the prison push-ups.
Okay.
The prison
okay.
push-ups is you do 25, 24, 23, et cetera, coming on down like that.
Okay.
So I hung with them 25, 24. I'm hanging
I bet you was burnt.
23. I'm good, right? 22, 21. Then they said, I got to go to class. We got to hurry up. So now I don't have that break in between because before we would take a 2-minute break, 3-minute break,
right.
you know, like that.
Right.
But now they pushing. I take a minute break and they keep pushing. So I couldn't hang. I couldn't hang like that. So
yeah.
what I'm thinking about doing now is to do my push-ups, 25, 24, etc. I'm 70. So I'm going to take either 7 breaths
Okay.
between sets.
Okay.
Maybe 7 breaths. Either I'm going to use a 7 as maybe 17.
Okay.
So I might go 7 one time, then 17 the next time. The common denominator is what? What's the common denominator?
I can't think
7,
right now.
I just
7.
said.
You did.
See, you gotta listen.
And I'm a math person too.
So you gotta listen. You really gotta listen. So
I'm tripped
the
out.
common denominator is 7. So, but at some point I may have to wait 70 seconds. I'm not gonna try
Okay.
that, but I'm looking for around 320. And that's my birthday.
Okay. I get it. 320 and the 7s and 70. I got you. I got you. I caught on. I got
Okay,
you.
you got it. Okay,
I follow you. I follow you.
Okay.
That's cool. I mean, how many of you guys at home nowhere near the experience of this young gentleman right here setting those type of goals, right? We got to do better, y'all. We got to keep up because the generations are changing. And they.
Who's that over there?
Yeah, who is that over there? You know that girl?
What she doing? What they doing down here?
You know that girl?
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, so
I know her from somewhere.
You know her from somewhere?
Yeah.
See,
yeah. Little girl over there with the fluffy looking hair. Who is that? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
so
know.
we did have
Yeah.
a little surprise for you
Got a
there.
surprise
I did.
for
That
me,
was a
huh?
surprise
Cool,
for you. Yeah.
cool. You got
so
me. You
I
got
just
me. Okay. You
invited
got me.
his daughter and his granddaughter into the studio
Yeah,
today
all
because
right.
you know fitness is a family thing. You know, we kind of trying to inspire everyone to keep it all on the right path, right? And there's so much that I'm sure that they have learned from you along the way and things like that. And Sean J herself is awesome, powerful, and creative woman in the business world and doing her thing. And she grabs, I'm giving her a shout out. She don't even know, but yeah, that's how we do here because it's about the family. It's about everybody. It's about everyone excelling and doing what we're supposed to do. And we talked about purpose and purpose in life. So, you know, that's what we're about. So it's no shame, it's no nothing to give a shout out to another person who's doing something. All right. So awesome today. Your goal and then your show. Where is your show that you're doing at the end of June?
One of them is going to be, Sugar, you can tell me? Sports and Learning.
At Sports and Learning in Largo.
In Largo.
Okay.
And
in Landover.
In Landover. And the other one's going to be in Baltimore. I think BWI. I think BWI. Well, they changed from Woodbridge. Right.
Okay. So what we will do though, we're gonna keep in contact, and I think we're gonna try to get some of the show out there and see if we can get a clip of him actually doing this thing live in competition. And so in these competitions, how many other people are typically in your categories, and how do they like break that part down?
That's the perplexing part of it. I tell you why, because the last show I did, it was maybe 200 people, 200 people there. And it's supposed to be broken down by age. Okay, but some kind of way they got it mixed up. So I was competing against guys 25 and up.
Oh, okay.
Of course, it's not so fair, but the point is that that's the way they did it. So I'm now looking for a venue where they have, you know, certain age brackets.
Ramifications,
right, certain age brackets.
All right.
So, but the way it works is that where they have two, you have the classic physique, and then you have men physique. I participated in the men physique. With the men physique, you only look at the top part of the body.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, and again, you bunch that together. Now, you know, going back to coaching and youthfulness and stuff like that. Now, how old are you?
I'm 36.
See, I can't compete with a 36-year-old person. You know, it's just, you know, I should not.
Right. Well,
But I think I can do as many push-ups as she can, maybe
probably
even
can.
more. But technically speaking, you're supposed to do more push-ups than I do.
The funny thing that you mentioned, push-ups, like that is the one, even for me, it's just the exercise I like the least, right?
Okay.
But I had to get into it more because of my shoulder. I had a rounded shoulder, and push-ups actually help correct that issue, right?
Okay.
So I had to, and right, here's another thing. I wanted to bench heavy, right? So I used to, I love my SBDs, right? That's squat, bench, deadlift, barbell exercises. And so I was benching like 135 and I wanted to keep going, but my shoulder would not allow it because it was rounded. So it started to like feel like it was tearing, you know? And so I was upset, and I had this whole moment with some of my trainer buddies because I was upset. I was like, my shoulder, I can't go by, above 135. And they were like, well, we have to break this down and do these push-ups, right? And I was like, but I don't want to do push-ups. They was like, well, if you can't do like basic push-ups, how the heck are you going to lift over 135? Like, it's not going to happen. And so in that, it taught me though, the things that we want to do the least are typically the things that we need to do the most, right? So I learned a whole lesson in that. And then you're just going to lead with push-ups right now. Yeah, you know, I'm getting there, but
cool.
it's okay.
That's good. Yeah.
We'll come back to that maybe another show. We'll have you back for that after some more of your wins. So I do want to give you this time and get ready to give us a little special presentation, and we can see live of what you do and how you present all the hard work you do in the gym.
Okay, but
here.
understand now, was it how many weeks you got? 8 weeks?
Yes.
So actually my shredding starts next week.
Okay.
So you may see some things that are not quite right. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that you're going to see some other things that are pretty right.
Nice.
But some things not going to be quite right, but we'll check it out.
That is awesome. All right, y'all. Enjoyed this music video, and we'll be back in a moment with James, the 70-year young bodybuilder. All right? We'll be back.
Hello?
What up? You ready to go get rid of these yams?
Hell yeah, boy. You know I'm ready to get out on the block and get rid of these yams. Yams, I'm beasting on the corner. I'm beasting on the corner. I'm beasting on the corner. I got yams. I'm beasting on the corner. I'm beasting on the corner. Flipping all the zeros and commas. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. 20-year pop up and down the block. Nigga from the copper, whole ham. Ready? Project living something like Thanksgiving. Nigga spray good food like Spain. Been get money, nigga flipping that money. Everybody know who I am. That's me. Skills acrobatic, money automatic. Looking at the bands like damn. Racks thicker than jam. Operation ran back the fam. If they don't know your tax on the yam, pay down check for Mike's over cam. I ain't with bullshit, nigga full click, cock loaded. Nigga quit to go bam. Got shot down, hit us out, I'm making nigga get right back on the road and scram. Get your dough, damn. Flip the dro, damn. Girl love the boy, damn. Some move and blow, damn. Every time a nigga bring it down 28, nigga I'm getting more, damn. Don't fuck with my biz, but shots like G's don't play with my dough, nigga jams. I'm beasting on the corner. I'm beasting on the corner. I'm beasting on the corner. I got yams. I'm beasting on the corner. I'm beasting on the corner. Flipping all the zeros and commas. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Come on. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams.
But I ain't moving no bricks. Stay finessing that zip. 2 for 40, nigga, I'm hit. My loud pack so legit. When you smell it, it'll make you sick. No short changing my flip. Fuck with real niggas, that's it. Grab a whole thing and get swole on them. Like I be busting them lips. Don't fuck with niggas that snitch. Be talking loud on that ish. While his homie sitting down for 10 years, he a city trip with his bitch. What the fuck wrong with that shit? No sucker niggas over here, nigga. Fuck around and get your ass split. Don't fuck with me and my grit. My family first and that's it. I done came up them yams, niggas say, you know I'm looking kinda sick. Pockets looking kinda bulgy. Walking out, I'm kinda ballsy. Look at them yams in the car seat. Yams, I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I got yams. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. Flipping all the zeros and commas. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Yams over here, yams over there, yams everywhere. Get money. 20 B pop, quarter kick block, run spot, race, it's sunny. Ain't no breaks in this cake. Niggas stay this state for the money. No matter if it's short or shows for the money. Get back, scar, gon' trap it out for me. Yams. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I got yams. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. Flipping all the zeros, commas. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams.
Hello?
What up? You ready to go get rid of these yams?
Hell yeah, boy. You know I'm ready to get out on the block and get rid of these yams.
Yams, I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I got yams. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. Flipping all the zeros and commas. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. 20-year pop up and down the block. Nigga finna cop a whole ham.
Ready?
Project living something like Thanksgiving. Nigga spray good food like spam.
Get it.
Been get money, nigga flipping that money. Everybody know who I am.
That's me.
Skills acrobatic, money automatic. Looking at the bands like damn. Racks thicker than jam. Operation ran by the fam. If they don't know your tax on the yam, pay down check for mics over cam. I ain't with bullshit, nigga full click, cock loaded. Nigga quit to go bam. Got shot down, hit us so the American nigga get right back on the road and scram. Get your dough, damn. Flip the dro, damn. Girl love the boy.
All right. Y'all ready? We have the performer, the man of the minute. He's going to do his thing. Y'all, I'm going to get out of the way because he's got it. He's going to wrap the show up. Let's go. clap. Y'all can clap it up in the studio. Y'all can clap it up. He got a crowd out here now. He has done it. We will definitely be following him. We were going to see so this is 8 weeks out from a show. We want to see what the show is. You got a fan base now. We're going to see what you do, okay? We're going to see you 8 weeks in, ready on time for his performance, all right, in his competition. So we will see y'all next week on the Still Higgins Fitness and More show. Y'all be good now. Peace.
Fresh, yeah. Break down. Everybody know what I'm trying to do now. Hold it down for my hometown. Profile.